Hey guys, welcome back to my channel JNT Explainer. Today in this video we will discuss about the 5 certificate verification mistakes that you shouldn't do that can cost your seat. See, PGECET counseling has been already started and most of the students have already registered themselves. But there are two dates that you should keep in your mind. For example, if you are a student who come under normal category, then your registration and certificate verification should be done between July 2nd to July 9th. And if you are someone who has some special reservation like NCC or sports quota, then your certificate registration should be done between July 7th to July 9th. Alright, let's get into the video. See, mistake number 1, caste certificate date rejection. Usually, if you are someone who has a particular caste, then that is irrespective of the validity. That's for long, lifelong. For example, if you are someone who belong to SC category, throughout your life you belong to that category, right? Yearly doesn't change that 1 year you are SC category and 1 year you become suddenly ST category. But in PG said there is a particular rule that your SC category or ST category or BC category caste certificate must be issued after 2nd June 2014. An older certificate, even the genuine one, like for example 1st June 2014, the caste certificate is also not applicable or it's not eligible for your certificate verification. It could be rejected. So if you want if any type of fee reimbursement or eligible for reservation, then your caste certificate should be made between or after 2nd June 2014. And see, most of the students miss this because students use an old family certificate which is still valid for other purposes. Yes, it's valid, but for PGCET it's not valid. And reissuing at Miseva or Tehsildar can take so many days, and the verification window is only for a few days long. So these are the things of related to caste certificate. You need to be so sharp and wise. And now coming to the mistake number 2, skipping the income certificate. See, fee reimbursement depends on a valid income certificate which is uploaded during the certificate verification, not something added later without a grievance request. If you don't have any kind of permission and they have allotted you under not having an income certificate, you cannot submit an income certificate after the counseling process. So you shouldn't miss that. Students assumes it's optional since it doesn't block registration itself. Yes, without having an income certificate you can go for the counseling and you can complete your verification process, but for the sake of eligibility for fee reimbursement, income certificate is almost the topmost mandatory certificate. Separate from your caste certificate like BC, SC, ST, EWS, you need both for fee reimbursement. Now coming to the mistake number 3, see, incomplete study certificate chain. Study certificate refers to the bona fides that your college, school or BTech university provides. TGCHE wants study certificates covering 10th, intermediate and degree. This shows the relatability that you are studying for a continued period of time without any gap. Okay, so whenever you come out of a school, you need to connect every study certificate or bona fide from the school. If you move out of intermediate college, then you need to collect from the intermediate college. And here degree means not only the degree colleges, also the students who studied BTech or any type of education after your 10th or intermediate. So gap year between inter and degree or after, you need a formal gap certificate or an affidavit from or a notary. See, most of the students miss transfer certificate, often seeing that it's not required, but it is a topmost document for your verification, because TC certificate is an example that you are transferring from one institute to another. Like if you are transferring from school to intermediate college, TC is a proof that you are coming out from school to your intermediate college. Okay, an incomplete chain flags your profile for manual review, eating into an already tight window. So don't do this mistake, as the window is already so tight and there could be a chance that even your seat could be rejected. Now coming to the mistake number 4, skipping physical verification. I just now spoke about a special category, right? So what all reservations come under that? See, NCC, the students who belong or who have a certificate of NCC, and CAP, whose parents are in the army, and PH physically handicapped, and sports candidates. They need in-person verification at the Osmania University, which starts from July 7th and ends on July 9th. And online upload alone is not enough for these categories. They need to physically go and evaluate their certificates. Why students miss this? See, students complete online upload, assume they are done, and skip booking the physical slot. But this is just a half knowledge or half work they have done. If they want that special reservation, they need to go and submit their documents physically. Now coming to the fifth mistake, blurry scans and wrong format. See, you could have a good certificate or you have a valid certificate, but having them in a wrong condition could result you in rejection of your certificate or seat. See, the portal has strict file size and format requirements. A bad scan can get rejected, sometimes with no time left to re-upload. For example, if before submitting, create some personal PDF where you rename all the certificates with the actual name. For example, I have an Aadhaar card, I need to scan that. I will scan that and I will rename my Aadhaar card by Amir Khan Aadhaar, so that it could be easy for me to upload that while uploading my certificates, so that you don't confuse and upload some other certificate instead of other. Angled phone photos or cut off corners or glades and oversized files are top rejection reasons. And random file names must make it easy to upload the wrong document to the wrong field. Just now I spoke about this. And manual review flags port scans for resubmission burning days inside a 7-day window. You have 7 days of time, and in that time you cannot do these silly mistakes to lose your seat. So be wise and be so conscious while uploading the documents, so that no type of error could happen from your side. Now, what are the complete document list that you need? So here is a checklist. Please note this. First one, PGECET rank card and hall ticket, or even GATE and GPAT score, and SSC intermediate and degree certificates, and study certificates, bona fides every year from 10th to graduation, no gaps, and gap certificate if you have any gap. Then TC, which is often forgotten, but this is the most important one. Then caste certificate if you are eligible for any type of caste, SC, ST, BC, everything, and it should be issued after 2nd June 2014. Then coming to the income certificate, if you want any type of fee reimbursement, it may be partial or full. Having caste certificate and income certificate is so mandatory. And now coming to next, Aadhaar card and passport size photographs. And if you are someone who belongs to special category, then NCC, CAP, PH sports, these all should be verified physically, and you should have a valid certificate. So registration and upload of certificates closes on 9 July 2026. Remember this date. And special category verification closes on 9 July 2026. Also remember this date who belong to this category. And the web options open from 13 July, where you will know if you are eligible for keeping their web options. If you are eligible, you need to keep from July 13th. And main thing to remember, one rejected document now is equal to a lost seat later. So everything, if you have anything which is still incomplete, fix that today and be ready for the verification done, so that you should not regret afterwards. And if you have any kind of doubt, you can comment on. I will try my best to complete that doubt and clarify your doubt. So, and follow me or subscribe me for the full PGCET counseling timeline, every deadline, every mistake day by day until seat allotment. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.